The Philadelphia Eagles put Cooper Rush on the shelf, and the Philadelphia Phillies are going to the World Series. All that and more coming up next.
The following announcement has been paid for by
the ENN Podcast.
He has a good energy, you guys.
Can you feel
Sport.
the excitement? And also,
The merchandise, wearing the hats.
Is what I'm seeing for real?
Here live from Lincoln Financial.
I can't wait till this video's over so I can say his name anymore.
Music.
Wow.
Man, again, and I hate to do this again, but
These are goofy.
What the hell? What is that? Whoa! What the hell?
And more.
What's his next book gonna be called? Got you, cocksucker! I did not see that coming.
welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the ENN Podcast. I'm professional wrestler Chris Wilde. This is bar 4133, and it feels like it's been forever since we last talked. It feels like forever since the Philadelphia Eagles put to rest the haters, put to rest just another week of negativity from all those Cowboy fans out there that thought that they were going to come into Lincoln Financial Field and take out the Eagles to be on top of the NFC East. It just didn't happen. And I knew what was going to happen after the game. I knew what I was going to hear or read about after the game. And that was how the Philadelphia Eagles only beat Cooper Rush, who's the backup quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. How if Dak was in, they would have won that game. When Dak's back, the Cowboys are going to be fixed and they're going to roll right ahead of the Eagles atop of the NFC East. I don't buy it for a minute. All I heard about for 5 weeks, and I said this in the live stream immediately after the game, was how Cooper Rush was the savior for the Dallas Cowboys. Some people even said he was going to be like the next Tom Brady. I mean, the guy, and look, the dude was 5-0 in his first 5 starts going back to last year with the Cowboys. He didn't make mistakes, but I kept saying he wasn't going to face a defense like the Eagles, and he didn't. He threw 3 picks, at times, I think at the half, he had like a 1% QBR, like the worst of ever. Comes back, the Eagles do what they do, and they get lax, and he puts up some stats, I should say. Other than that, the guy was a backup quarterback, and I just keep hearing the excuses. Well, let me lay that to rest. You don't have to tell a Philadelphia Eagles fan about a backup quarterback because, I don't know, last I checked, the Philadelphia Eagles won a friggin' Super Bowl with a backup quarterback, and he was the Super Bowl MVP, beating Tom Brady's Patriots. And you talk about defense, all I heard about was how great this Dallas defense is. And even after yesterday's win against a Lions team that had literally none of their playmakers, I still hear about how great this Dallas defense was. The Eagles put up 26 points and again came into the second half lethargic. Like, I don't know, they didn't feel like playing until they absolutely had to. And they did. When they needed a drive, they went, it was like a 11-minute drive. No, maybe not 11 minutes, but it was a long drive, 13 plays. 11 of those plays were runs. They ran it right down the throat. There's a great video of Jason Kelce, who was mic'd up during the game, saying, you know what's coming during a quarterback sneak. And they did, and they still couldn't stop it. And that's the Eagles this year. When they need to get it done, they do. However, I'm going to say this. The rest of this video is not going to be Eagles related. Now, yes, this is mostly when it comes to sports Philadelphia Eagles, but I am a 4-for-4 Philadelphia sports fan. I don't talk much Phillies here. I think the only times that I've really talked about the Phillies were when I've been annoyed after a loss or a series of losses. But these Philadelphia Phillies are going to the friggin' World Series. Who would have thought that after just the start? You know what? To be honest with you, maybe it does make sense because how sports kind of have a narrative. They kind of have a story. The story of this Phillies team coming in with Joe Girardi and things just being horrendous, bullpen-wise. Nobody's hitting. Girardi gets fired. Here comes Rob Thompson, interim general manager. That everybody called him Philly Rob. He looked like he didn't give a shit. And he's got this team rolling into a World Series against the hated Houston Astros. It's unreal, and it played out so well with the Eagles having the bye week and having to sweat. I thought it was going to go a week without sweating, but having to sweat through that last game last night in the national National League Championship Series. You can tell I'm still excited. Bryce Harper, again, rewriting history. Coming into the season, looked like, man, does Bryce really have it? Is this the guy that you can count on during big moments? Is he worth the $300 million? Getting hurt in San Diego, coming back and just against those same Padres, having a historic home run to put the Phillies on top and send them straight to the World Series. It is going to be one hell of an exciting time here, win or lose in Philadelphia. And the Philadelphia Eagles have kind of taken a backseat with the bye week. They face the Pittsburgh Steelers Sunday. And I just got to say, I had to start this off with my feelings of the backlash from the Cowboy game and finish it off with the Philadelphia Phillies going to the World Series. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm ecstatic for everybody that's followed this baseball team. I mean, 11 years not going to the playoffs, 11 years me complaining to everybody that I could talk to that followed the team about it just being the same team every year. I know guys that work security at Citizens Bank Ballpark that have sat through some horrendous seasons. Big shout out to John Finnegan and Mike Keener, and I'm absolutely stoked for those guys getting to see a World Series, getting to experience a World Series live. It's absolutely awesome. And hopefully the Philadelphia Eagles can take notes and continue their winning streak, and once again silencing all the haters as the Phillies have and how the Eagles have. With that being said, guys, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Check back for more updates as there are some news this week coming in. Go Birds, and I'll see you later.
E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
I need Eagle Nation to stand.